devotees to know about Sripad Madhyacharya. Because this Vata Roga is because of imbalance of the air within our body, imbalance of the prana vayu. So, and Mukhya Prana is Madhvacharya. That is why one has to know about Sripad Madhvacharya and pray to him that you are the source of all the intelligence. Lord has appointed you so that you remove all the Vata Roga and in fact the rogas of this material world and make us progress in devotional service. So Sripad Madhvacharya, his life and teachings has been given in the book known as Sumadhva Vijaya. Vijaya is again the name of Madhvacharya. Sumadhva Vijaya. It is written by Narayana Panditacharya, the son of Trivikrama Panditacharya, who has written Harivayu Stuti. Harivayu Stuti again is the praise for Sripad Madhvacharya. And the same Sumadhva Vijay, which is in Sanskrit, has been translated in English by Dr. Vyasanakhare Prabhanjanacharya. He is also a very learned scholar. So let us have some introduction to the teachings of Sripad Madhvacharya, to this book itself. For every student of philosophy, the study of Madhvacharya's life, history, and understanding the greatness of his philosophy as depicted in Shri Sumadhva Vijay is a must. It is like the lifeboat that is essential to sail through the eternal cycle of life and birth. Shri Narayana Panditacharya makes this point emphatically in his Sumadhva Vijaya. The studies of Sripad Madhvacharya is very important. The philosophy which is presented by Sripad Madhvacharya, Dvaita Siddhanta, studying Dvaita Siddhanta is very much important. Every person who listens with devotion to Shri Sumadhva Vijaya will be blessed by Shri Vayudeva. So Madhvacharya is Vayudeva. His son of Vayudevata is Vayudeva himself. Acharya Madhva also states in his Aitreya Upanishad Bhashya that he is addressed as Pratah for the same reason. When the gods themselves sing in praise of Shri Hari and Shri Vayudeva with gay abandon, it is no surprise that while teaching Shri Hari's philosophy, Shri Vayudeva will facilitate the devotees to attain higher goals of bliss. So that is how Sripad Madhvacharya, who is Vayudeva, will give us that highest goal. Sri Raghavendra Swamiji has written in a book, Praptaha Sankalpa Gadya, describing the greatness of Sri Vayudeva. In order to overcome the evil influence of Kali in this Kali Yuga, the era of Kali, it is essential to obtain the grace of Sri Vayudeva. One has to recite and understand Sri Sumadhva Vijaya with due reverence and deference. Because Sri Madhva is none other than Sri Bhimasen of Mahabharata, who got rid of Duryodhana, the embodiment of Kali. Sri Madhva is also addressed as Vijaya, and hence the study of Sri Sumadhva Vijaya will ensure victory and success in all walks of life. Sri Sumadhva Vijaya is a very, very important book, and that has been translated in English. Shri Narayana Panditacharya is the son of Kavikula Tilaka Shri Trivikrama Panditacharya, who was a contemporary of Shri Madhvacharya, and became his disciple after being defeated in a hard fought debate that had lasted for 15 days. Life and works of Shri Madhvacharya, Shri Purna Pragya Darshana, is an honest effort to distill the essence of every shloka of Shri Sumadhva Vijaya. So this is the book. This is the book, Life and Works of Shri Madhvacharya. This is the translation in English. Dr. Prabhanjanacharya has presented it in a lucid, simple and touching style, which is a characteristics of him, with apt chapter headings that makes easy reading. He has also taken more of important aspects of Sri Narayana Panditacharya's Bhava Prakashika, which is bolus to the reader, In a sense, it is a continuation of Sri Vedavyasa's Darshan, another brilliant work of Sri Prabhanjanacharya. So in this, with the introduction to this book, that is Life and the Works of Sri Madhyacharya, which is a simple explanation of Sri Sumadhva Vichaya given by Sripad Narayana Panditacharya. So Sri Madhyacharya, who was born in 1200 AD and who disappeared in 1280. About Sripad Madhyacharya, we will be studying. So we will be taking one chapter. So there are many chapters in this. Let us see how much we can complete in this 1 month of Sankalpa, because from today Karthik month starts, and Karthik is Deepdan month, Urja Mas, at the same time is known as Damodar Mas. In this month, Sankalpas are taken to progress in one's devotional service. On behalf of everyone, I have taken the Sankalpa of studying Sripad Madhyacharya. Even you can take your own personal Sankalpas. The more we perform devotional service, the more we take the shelter of our Acharyas, they will make us progress in devotional service. Sripad Madhyacharya is the Acharya of our Sampradaya, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken two principles from Madhva Sampradaya, that is complete refutation of Mayavad philosophy, and deities are persons. So these two philosophy has been taken by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took initiation from this Sampradaya. So chapter 1, Life and Teachings of Sri Madhyacharya. Life of Sri Madhyacharya, Sri Purna Pragya. Now Madhyacharya is also known as Purna Pragya. Pragya means complete intelligence. Sri Purna Pragya, 1200 to 1280 AD, is the Mount Everest of wisdom that the world has seen. Ananda Tirtha, Madhva, Dashapramati, Purna Bodha, Sarvatya, etc. are his various other names. He is a great personality who, by his matchless wisdom, brought unprecedented spiritual revolution in the world of philosophy. Chronologically, he is the last teacher of Vedic religion. So his philosophy is the ultimate one. Purna Purva Purva Paksha Yavan Madhva Madodayatah Matodayah Ante Siddhastu Siddhanta Madhvasyagama Evahi. So his philosophy is the ultimate one. It is of a later date that Advaita and Vishishta Advaita. It is later than Advaita and Vishishta Advaita. Vishishta Advaita is given by Sripad Ramanujacharya. Advaita by Sripad Adi Shankaracharya. So this is later than that. But it is the ultimate one in respect of completeness of thought. And so the name Siddhanta is meaningful in the case of this school of philosophy. That is Dvaita Siddhanta. His unparalleled greatness is that he, the glorious one of marvelous personality, opened the vistas of scriptural world by contributing incomparable works to mankind. So there's another, in this way the topics goes on. The next topic is greatness of the spiritual Lord. Knowledge is always the chief means to excellence. The mundane world has not seen a better end than it. In spirituality, knowledge has no equal. Philosophy is the basis and chief purpose of all knowledge. Other sciences are the limbs, whereas philosophy is the body. Without philosophy, all other knowledge is lifeless, like a corpse, like a dead body, you can say. Body cannot exist without food. Life will not blossom without investigation. We cannot just blindly follow anything. There should be a right philosophy. That is why philosophy is compared to the body. The investigation of science is restricted to worldly objects. The ultimate aim of philosophy is to investigate into Brahman. The investigation of science is restricted to worldly objects. Philosophical investigation leads to the knowledge of the creator of the world. That is why this investigation is very important. Who is the creator? Philosophy will investigate this. The target of science is the material world. So nice comparison is given. The world aims at investigating the objects of this material world. The science aims at investigating the objects of this material world. But the aim of spirituality is to realize the Supreme Being. No other worldly enjoyment can be substitute for food. Likewise, no other worldly wealth can be a substitute for knowledge. Body withers without food. Likewise, soul will become without, same thing will become without investigation. Lack of investigation is the root cause of all sorrows. The progress of a nation is rooted in wealth, whereas the progress of life is rooted in right philosophy. Scriptural knowledge is the chief in prosperity. That is why the scriptures have said, Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. From Bhagavad Gita this is. Adhyatma vidya vidyanam vidya mritamashnuke jnananiva param padam tameva vidwan amrita iha bhavati. So scriptural investigation teaches us or investigates who is Brahman, who is the Supreme Lord. So right philosophy is the food for the soul. Perception and experiment are the main means of scientific investigation. Scriptures are the main source of philosophy. The material world of sensual objects is the target of science. Comparison is given. How is the science what is the science investigating? The target of philosophy is the incorporeal world of extrasensory perception. And so the scriptures are the source of its knowledge. The scriptures are of various kinds, like the Vedas, the Vedangas, Itihasas, Puranas, Smritis, the Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda, other Vedas, Mantra, Brahmana, Aranyakas, Upanishads are its subdivisions. Shiksha, Vyakaranaha, Nirukti, Chanda, Jyotisha, Kalpa are the 6 types of Vedangas. Mahabharata, Ramayana, Pancharatra, they are the 3 Itihasas. The Puranas are of 2 types, Mahapuranas and Upapuranas. Bhagavata, Varaha, Vamana, Vishnu, they come in the Mahapuranas. Bhagavat Purana, Varaha Purana, Vamana Purana, Vishnu Purana. And then Mahavaraha, Narsimha, Mahakurma, extra, they come in Upapuranas. They are differentiated as Satvika, Rajasaha, Rajasaha, and Tamasaha. Vyasa, Smriti, Manusmriti, and the like are the Smritis. Like other branches of knowledge, the world of philosophy also had its root and fall. If Krita Yugya was the time of ascendance for philosophy, the end of Dwapar Yuga saw its downfall. So in Krita Yugya, the Krita Yuga means the Satyuga. It was the ascendance of philosophy, but in Dwapar, there was a downfall. Coupled with the power of time, the curse of Shri Gautama cast darkness on the world of philosophy. Then most part of the Vedas had gone into oblivion. The remainder of the Vedas were spoiled by wrong readings. The Vedangas also had met with the same fate. The Mahabharata and others were not yet composed. The same sages of the world who knew the import of the Vedas were deprived of the knowledge by the curse of Gautama. Then Bhagavan incarnated as Vedavyasa and shed light on the world of knowledge. The study of the Vedas became easy by their redemption and subdivision. Through Mahabharata and other works, Sri Vedavyasa, the import of the Vedas became easy to grasp. His Brahma Sutras became the handbook of all scriptures. Spiritual knowledge comparable to that which existed in Kruta Yuga fully flourished. Its power extended to such an extent that even the vile ones knew philosophy and used it for bad, selfish ends. The wicked ones resorting to philosophy is as dangerous as the wicked ones holding weapons. To dispel it, the manifestation of Bhagavan as Buddha took place later on. So, how Buddha incarnation came? Because they misused the Vedas. Its purpose was to save the scriptures from the hands of the wicked ones by confounding them with deluding language. It happened as planned. Philosophy remained in good shape and it shed light on the life of the deserving ones. So, whole history is given how it started with Satyuga. It was practically deluding in the Dwapar Yuga. Then Vedavyasa, he shed light to the whole world with the knowledge. That is how he gave the study of Vedas with the subdivisions. Mahabharata Ramayana was given. And then Brahma Sutras, very nice explanations in Brahma Sutras were given. And the same Brahma Sutras were elaborately explained in Bhagavad Purana. So it became very easy. The study of the Vedas could be understood even by less intelligent people. But the only problem is, these less intelligent people, they were wicked also. And these wicked people, they misused the Vedas. And that is how indiscriminate cutting of the animals went on. So Lord Buddha had to appear. Again, the philosophy came in the right hands. So as time passed, truth perplexed. This is the next topic. As time passed, due to the influence of Kali, once again, mankind started to drift away from philosophy. Attracted by the pleasures of the material world, mankind forgot Paramatma and along with it abandoned reflection on the self. Exploiting the ignorance of such persons, several philosophies started to crop up. The succession of philosophies of distorted interpretation of the world of scriptures began. In Kali Yuga, what happened? The distortion in the interpretation started. Distorted interpretation of the philosophy started. Series of misinterpretations of scriptures started to issue out in succession. It was the age of Kali. Kali means quarrel. Earlier, the curse of Gautama eclipsed the Vedas, whereas now the power of misinterpretation eclipsed the teachings of Vedavyasa. So Gautama's curse eclipsed the Vedas. The whole Vedas were like eclipse means now it is no more. But then after Vedavyasa writing the Vedas, making it into divisions, because in those times it was not put in writing. Now Vedavyasa put the Vedas in writing. In Satyuga, it was like Shruti Dharas. You hear and you speak. But now what happened in Kali Yuga? Even the Vedas were wrongly interpreted. Lot of misinterpretation started. On the one side, there were people who did not accept the scriptures, whereas on the other side, were others who propagated their own imaginary views in guise of spiritual teaching. Due to the influence of the sacred field of spiritual knowledge, became the home of unsavory practices. The pre-Vyasa state was like the darkness at night, whereas the present state was darkness in the daytime itself due to a total solar eclipse. So nice comparison, isn't it? So pre-Vyasa state was darkness itself because the Vedas were eclipsed, looked up. And now here in the daytime itself there is darkness because misinterpretation of the Vedas. Genuine seekers were gripped by perplexity. Among these philosophies, some did not accept the Vedas, and some others, though they accepted the Vedas, they could not grasp and convey their true doctrine. Due to this, like the non-Vedic philosophies, the Vedic philosophies too began to be stained in various ways. People who forgot the supremacy of God reached the stage of forgetting his existence. Some held that everything is Brahman, whereas others were of the view that all beings are Brahman. Some others subscribed to the doctrine of non-existence of everything, Shunyavad. Still others held that all is only consciousness. Yet others held materialism alone. Some others believed only in the gods. That is, demigods has been mentioned here. Others believed only in the performance of ceremonial rites. Some believed only in knowledge. Few others believed only the doctrine reconciliation of knowledge and deeds. Some believed in renouncing the performance of deeds. Others believed in renouncing both knowledge and deeds. Some believed in an incomplete Brahman. Others believed that they themselves are Brahman, Sarvam Kalidam Brahman. Some believed in restricted completeness of Brahman. Some others held only the doctrine that Brahman is full of qualities, whereas others held only the view that Brahman is devoid of qualities. Some held only the view that Brahman has forms, whereas others held only the view that Brahman is formless. Let's see how many philosophies, wrong interpretations happen. Some believed only in perception, others believed only in inference, still others believed only the scriptures, some subscribed only to the doctrine of renunciation, whereas others believed only in Epicureanism. Some others, though they accepted the Vedas, held that they do not convey the truth. Some others held the Vedas alone are the authorities, whereas yet others believed only in the Upanishads. Some believed in casteism, whereas there were others who believed in non-casteism. Still others would not accept any perception as a source of valid knowledge. So in this way, so much of differences happened after Vedas, after Vedavyasa gave the Vedas into writing. This is post-Veda time, post-Vyasa time. Pre-Vyasa time is what? The complete philosophy itself is deluded. Thus, the world of philosophy became the blind market, let alone light. Not even a ray of light could be seen there. Several philosophies misled men into the wrong path instead of guiding them for a praiseworthy life. Profiting from the diversity in these philosophies, the wicked ones started to accomplish their selfish ends. Their conduct, like their thought, became disgusted. Bahushaka yanantascha buddhayo rasanam. Multi-branch philosophies. Falsehood, unrighteousness became the order of the day, and unrest prevailed everywhere. Enjoyment began to prosper in the place of renunciation. In place of renunciation, what began to prosper? Enjoyment. Love disappeared. Hatred stepped in. Life of those called gurus became the asylum of vicious conduct. The populace, perplexed by miracles, became the sacrificial animal for the selfish ends of such gurus. Thus, the vicious conduct that stepped into the spirituality entered the field of politics, and the day-to-day life of the populace became insecure. Kings who had to kings who had to protect their subjects from thieves and rogues themselves became thieves, and rogues, they also became thieves and rogues. They should protect them, isn't it? Instead of that, they became thieves and rogues and began to rob them. The wars that ensued for nourishing their enjoyments became the deadly homa of the populace. What is it? You can just see the powerful line. Deadly homa of the populace. What is that? The wars. The foolish, the weak, and especially the women folk were subjected to untold sufferings. The vicious conduct in the spiritual field became in all ways the root cause of bad conduct in politics and reached the deplorable point of no return. Though the virtues and virtuous thinkings existed here and there, none of them had the ability to check this widespread calamity. So the next topic is background to the incarnation of Shri Madhva. So the background is given, that whole philosophy which has been given by Vedavyasa in Vedas were distorted again. And now during the daytime itself, it is like an eclipse. It is dark. It is like eclipse in the daytime. So background to the incarnation of Sri Madhva. Under these circumstances, the genuine seekers were anxiously anticipating the light of knowledge. The whole populace was eager to have the best philosophy that would be the means and guide for all round progress in life. The world was eagerly awaiting an able perceptor who could avoid the contradictions and incompatibilities of the aforesaid religions and compass the import of the Vedas and all the scriptures. So they were waiting for such a guru, perceptor, who will avoid the contradictions and then who will give the import of the Vedas in the right way. Acharya Shri Madhva, a flame of light, was the ray of hope for the world then, because he is going to propound the supreme reality and give safe guidance for its populace. It was the good fortune of the world that he was not simply a ray of light, but the sun of knowledge itself. The world experienced sunrise at the midnight of a new moon day. So Madhvacharya's appearance is like the sunlight, the new moon day. There is Amavasya. He is the Purna Pramati, the one of complete wisdom, who did fully enlighten the populace on all matters ranging from the material world to Jagannath, the Lord of the universe. He was the virtuous one who led a sacred life. He was an incarnation of all the virtues of the beings of the world. As in his personality, there is completeness in his work too. He himself is complete and his work is also complete. He became Ananda Tirtha, an abode brimming with bliss. He was an ocean of wisdom who, by exhibiting the supremacy of Bhagavan, even in his natural disposition, kindled the appetite for Godhead in the populace. That is how Shripad Madhvacharya is glorified, that how he is the ocean of wisdom, he is Ananda Tirtha, he is Purna Pragya, and he has appeared to give the right philosophy. The philosophy which was misinterpreted in different ways, that all has to be correctly presented, not that incorrect presentation has to be given, which is only giving confusions in the society. So he is going to avoid all the contradictions and he is going to present the right philosophy. So Udupi, the Parashuram Kshetra. So next month we are going for this Yatra, Udupi Yatra. Udupi, the Parashuram Kshetra. So we'll read this section also. Parashuram Kshetra is a distinguished worldly sacred place in the universe with a special environment. When once the ruling Kshatriyas, due to their selfishness, ruined the world, Bhagavan Mahavishnu incarnated as Parashuram to check them. He slew the wicked Kshatriyas again and again. By such 21 times, we know that how he traveled the whole earthly planet 21 times and he killed the impious Kshatriyas. By such victory march that took place for 21 times, the wicked Kshatriyas were slain and the worthy Kshatriyas flourished again. Parashuram donated to Brahmanas all the land that he won. He proclaimed to the world that he did not slay the wicked ones due to aspiration for kingdom. He has not then done that for kingdom. In fact, he gave the kingdom to the Brahmanas. Actually, it is the Brahmanas who should have the land. Then they can employ the Vaishyas, they can guide the Kshatriyas. They are the guiding force for everyone. But in due course of time, we have seen that the land has been given to the very low caste people, and that is how the land got misused. It is only after British rule the land was taken away from the Brahmanas. Actually, Brahmanas should own a land and few cows. Parashuram donated this to the Brahmanas. Then he reclaimed from the sea the land for his state. That land is the present Parashuram Kshetra. With his parashu, he reclaimed some portion of the land from the sea. He did it in a special way. He threw like an arrow the axe held by him, parashu. Considering it as a command of Bhagavan, Varuna receded and indicated his respect. The western sea receded and habitable land emerged. So there are 7 important places in this Parashuram Kshetra. One is Udupi, that is Rajatapitha, Udupi, Kumaradri, that is Subramanya, Kumbhasi, Koteshwar, Shankararanya, that is Kroda, Gokarna, Muhambika, that is Kolluru. These are the most important places of the Parashuram Kshetra. We are going to go to Muhambika, Gokarna, Udupi, Kumbhasi, Koteshwar, all this we'll be trying to cover. These are the 7 important places in Parashuram Kshetra. He appointed a king named Ram Bhoja, created by him for the protection of that sacred land. In his reign, the sacred land tread the path of progress. Once he undertook a sacrifice and started to plow the sacrificial ground with a golden plow to purify it. Then, struck by the plow, a python was killed. Originally, it was a demon that was a hindrance for his work. Though his slaying was not sinful, to ward off the sin of killing a snake, the king, on the advice of Parashuram, made a silver seat of 5 yojanas extent and installed it at one place. So Sarpa dosha. Though it is not a dosha because the Sarpa was a demon, but still, to ward off the sin of killing a snake, the king, what he did, he made a wonderful seat. He placed a golden throne resembling a serpent at the center of it. Parashuram himself, seated on the golden Anantasana, conducted the sacrifice to the king and blessed him. Then the silver seat got buried under the earth, and the place came to be known as Rajatapitha. Udupi is known as Rajatapitha. On the golden throne, resembling a serpent, Shri Parashuram himself manifested in the form of a linga. Parashuram is Lord Vishnu himself, Narayana himself, but he presents himself in the form of a ling, and Ananteshwar denotes him. The divine tank called Ananta Sarovar appeared on the northeast corner of Ananteshwar temple. Another tank also came up in front of the temple. Durga temples in the 4 directions called Rajatapitha at Kadiyali, Puttur, Kanarpadi and Bailuru, and in the 4 corners at Tangodu, Mangodu, Arthodu and Muchilakodu temples are serpents were established. So 4 Durga temples were established and 4 temples for Nagadevata. So that is how Rajatapitha is surrounded by. And there Parashuram stays as Ananteshwara. Puranas give an account of the marriage of moon with the presiding deities of the 27 astrims, like Ashwini, who were daughters of Daksha Prajapati. As among his wives, the moon had special attachment for Rohini. Out of jealousy, his other wives complained it to their father, Daksha Prajapati. Enraged by this over the moon, Daksha cursed the moon to lose the luster. Rajatapitha was the place chosen by the moon to expiate the curse and regain his full luster. The spot he chose for penance is a forest on the right of Ananteshwara. Later it became popular as Abjaranya. Pleased with the penance of the moon, Lord Shiva appeared before him in the tank in front of Ananteshwar, blessed him with a boon to regain his full luster gradually, and to indicate that episode Shiva himself stayed in the tank in the form of a linga. As the moon was granted a boon, that linga became as Chandraeshwara or Chandramaulishwara. So you'll find two lingas in Udupi in front of Udupi temple. One is Ananteshwara, who is Parashuram himself, and one is Chandramauleshwara, who is Lord Shiva. Because Lord Shiva gave boon to moon, the tank became a temple. Only a small portion of the tank remains and is known as Chandra Pushkarani. To commemorate the expiation of the curse of the moon, then onwards, the sacred place was Udupi. Udu means star. Pa, Udupa, the moon, the lord of stars. It is Udupi. Udu means stars. Udupa, Appa. Appa means he is the lord of the stars, that is moon. Udupi. It is Udupi because of the moon. Ananteshwar is Narayana, Chandramoleshwar in front of him is Shiva. One of them is Vishnu and the other is staunch Vaishnava. See how correct philosophy has been given. Shiva would reveal Vishnu. Shiva is in the front of Vishnu to indicate that he is the governor of the mind. The voice of the Dasa, Bhakuta Jana, Munde Ninavara Hinde. The devotees are in front. Who follow them is like an annotation of this. So in this way, in Udupi, we should not be confused seeing two lingas. Ananteshwar linga is Vishnu himself, that is Parashurama, and opposite to Ananteshwar temple is Chandramauleshwar temple, who is Lord Shiva, the staunch Vaishnava. So here we stop. So some background about the appearance, the reason for the appearance of Madhyacharya has been given. Udupi Kshetra, about Udupi Kshetra, which is Parashuram Kshetra, has also been discussed. And pre-Vyasa times, what was the state, post-Vyasa time, what was the state, everything has been discussed. We'll stop here. So Monday onwards again, we'll continue with our reading because tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we will be in the temple. Hare Krishna. So Deepdan Mahotsav has started, requesting all the devotees to attend the program. Yesterday was a very nice program. So every place we have different places. We have Deepdan Mahotsav. Today also Deepdan Mahotsav is there in Jagannath Devasthanam. From today, Damodar Ashtakam will be dealt. So 7 o'clock, Gaur Aarti. After that, Vaishnav Gaur Prabhu will be taking the class on Damodar Ashtakam, requesting all devotees to come. At the same time in Kandivali, the program has been arranged very nicely by Kanna Prabhu, Kapil Prabhu. So there also today Deepdan will be happening. Hare Krishna.
माता जी we have Sunday class. Sunday भी class रहेगा माता जी morning.
So we have to check. If it is there, I will just put it. I'll just discuss and do it. We can keep also, but I have to see. Provided
Okay,
I'm cancelling the class at Kandivali because tomorrow we are going to Kandivali. I'll be discussing and then I'll let you know. पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। वैष्णववृन्द की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री पार्थाचार्य की जय।